this case? Because I know he was very outspoken from the beginning. How would you describe, is this somebody you see often, this type of suspect you see often? Or?
You don't see suspects once talk to everybody. I know he talked to several members of the press during this time and things like that. He even sent a letter to me that entered into evidence there, even admitting the crime again. From that, I just want to make sure there's no question that he committed this crime, no question he's guilty of it.
You know, there's always a backlog with the court system. It seems like 5 years is an abnormally long time to be sitting waiting for trial compared to other murder cases. Why did it take so long for this case to even get here today?
Well, death penalties, with all the motions that's made in there, all the money is paid into from experts and from that standpoint for the defense and things like that, and we have to counter back with that. The Blackwell case took 5 years, if you remember right. We'd actually tried Blackwell last year. We wanted to get this one in much quicker. Of course, he kept trying to fire his attorneys. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. Kept doing that over and over again. Found all kinds of different motions and everything. And to get these things moving now, it's extremely hard from that standpoint. It seems like death penalties are treated different from any other thing. Because if you look at our record right now, we've been consistently the second fastest circuit moving cases. To me, I try to get cases as quickly as we can. And there's another thing that frustrated me about this case from that standpoint. It frustrated the family's cases. But the way the system is now, to me, if we're going to have a death penalty, we need to make sure that we reform it where it actually happens within a reasonable amount of time. To me, 15 to 20 years is not a reasonable amount of time from there, and that's something we need to look at. And families like this, they don't need to be going through this. Like you said, it needs to be coming to court sooner and get a resolution sooner from that standpoint. I mean, when I talk about resolution, through the appeals, through the PCR, which is post-conviction relief, up to the point where there's actually a sentence carried out. And that's the thing that's frustrating families, victims, prosecutors, law enforcement, is that to be a death penalty, to be a true deterrent, we need to make sure that these have resolution within a reasonable amount of time.
Is there a chance today of the judge going back on the bargain, basically, and deciding to make it a death penalty case?
No, it was a negotiated sentence from that point. And the family members agreed with it. If the family had not agreed with it, we would not have done this from that standpoint. And like I said, I've been talking to them for several weeks throughout there and make sure they understand all the factors involved with the case and things like that. And there is a lot of factors involved with this. This is not a normal case by any means.
You had said that some of the evidence might have come into question as far as for appeals and that kind of stuff. Do you care to go into detail, or can you? Or?
Well, I'm not going to go into detail now, but there's always, I mean, they look to fine-tooth comb. We have cases, I feel like a perfect case that will come back on different appealable issues. That's always a possibility. Anytime in jury selection you have those issues, anytime you have any kind of motions or evidence involved with that. He had brought up the mental retardation, which I don't think he is mental retarded in any way. Or they call it intellectual disability now, it's the common term they use. But we'd actually had a hearing on that. And that was left up to the judge, because he waived that right to that hearing once he pled guilty to that. So obviously, the resources available now in death penalty cases for defendants now, it always brings that in question, and it's actually slowed down the process for resolution of these cases.